Hello, virtual 4-H campers. I'm so excited to be here with you today. My name is Tracy Minnis, and I am a nutrition program associate with the University of Missouri Extension. And some of you might know me as a nutrition lady if I've had you in class. If not, I'm sure you've had a nutrition lady throughout the years. I am here to do some recipes with you. I have picked 3 recipes off of a fabulous website called foodhero.org. It's from our partners at the University of Oregon State. And if you are looking for some different recipes, just something simple, this is an excellent resource. So check out foodhero.org. The 3 recipes that I put in your bag, you should be able to find those, but the recipe that we're going to be making today is called Summer Vegetables and Pasta Salad. Now, I chose this recipe because I wanted to pick a simple one first, and I love it because it is simple. And 2, I don't know about you guys, but in the summertime, we don't like to eat big, heavy meals, and this is a super light dish that you can make, and you can actually make it a meal if you wanted to. And it's also really handy if you're going to a family dinner and you want to take something that's really colorful and fun. It works really well for that. So the very first thing that we need to do when we're preparing recipes is we want to make sure that our countertops are clean, that we've got all of our ingredients that we're going to need for our recipe, and that we have all of our tools clean that we're going to be using. And then we always want to make sure that we wash our hands. Now, I do want to quickly wash my hands with you, just because I know we all have washed our hands for a long, long time. But I will tell you, there's some, and you guys know, there's some pretty nasty germs out there right now. So I want to make sure that when you're washing your hands, you're getting rid of the germs, and you know you're getting rid of the germs. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is turn on your water. We're going to turn on warm water here. We're going to get our hands wet first, okay? That's the first thing we want to do. I'm going to shut the water off with my arm just because I don't like to leave it running and waste that water. And then you're going to get 1 squirt of soap. Then we're going to start to scrub. Now, 4-H campers, whenever you're scrubbing, make sure you get between your fingers. Don't forget your thumbs or the backs of your hands. Your hands should be completely covered in bubbles when you're done scrubbing. If you want to sing the ABC song, you can sing the ABC song from A to Z, and you will be scrubbing for 20 seconds, or you can just count to 20. But when you're done scrubbing, you should have on enough bubbles that it looks like you just put on a pair of bubble gloves. You guys see my bubble gloves? That's what you want to get rid of the germs. The germs get trapped inside those bubbles. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the water back on. Gonna rinse my bubbles off. And you don't want to touch your clean hand. You don't want to touch that faucet with your clean hands. So you can shut that off with your arm, or you can use your towel if you need to. Like if you have knobs, it might be kind of hard to shut them off with your arm. So, and mine's open, so I'm going to get it. There we go. Okay, now we got our hands clean, and we are ready to start cooking. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I want to make sure that you have your recipe out, because we're going to go through the list of ingredients, and I'm going to show you all the ingredients that I have here. Then we're just going to put the recipe together, and I am going to show you a little bit of knife safety too. So for our ingredients, we are going to need 3 cups of uncooked whole wheat pasta. Now, I already had pasta on hand, and it's really important to go ahead and use what you have up instead of going out and buying exactly what it says on the recipe. And the pasta that I actually had on hand, it's not whole wheat pasta, but it's called an omega-3 pasta, and it does have a lot of fiber in it, like whole wheat pasta does, and some other added ingredients to boost the nutrients. So I chose that, and it's already cooked. As you can see in my bowl, I've already cooked it. It's ready to go. Then we've got 1 cup of chopped broccoli, which we have right here. We have 1 cup of peeled and diced cucumber. I've not done that yet because I wanted to do that with you so we could talk about knife safety. The next ingredient that we need is 1 cup of sliced summer squash, and I have zucchini right here. I quartered my zucchinis, and then I sliced them, and I did that just to make sure that they were smaller pieces, just easier to eat. I had a pretty big zucchini, so I didn't want to just slice it and have those huge pieces in there. It would be harder to eat. And then the next ingredient, well actually the next ingredient is Italian dressing. And I've went ahead and measured that out. I just bought the store brand of Italian dressing. And but you can use, if there's another kind of dressing that you like, you can use that. It's, like I said, very, very versatile. Just make it however you like it. Okay, now if you look at the bottom in the notes, there's some things that I do want to point out. The very first bullet under notes, it says, use any colorful vegetable that you have on hand. You can try carrots, cherry tomatoes, green onions, or frozen peas. Those are all excellent ideas. You can even use canned vegetables if you like sliced black olives or whole black olives. You can put those in there. But I am going to add some vegetables. I think the more vegetables, the better. We get lots of really good vitamins from our vegetables. Like our broccoli is really, really high in vitamin C, also is high in vitamin A. Lots of good vitamins in zucchini and cucumbers as well, and lots of good water too. So there's lots of nutrients just by adding more colors, more vegetables to your dish. You're going to add a lot of nutrients to your dish. Okay, so what I'm going to add is tomatoes. I already showed you those, but they were grape tomatoes, and I just sliced them in half. And then I like to add red onions to a lot of my dishes just because it's kind of a purple color, but it adds so much color and contrast. And then the last thing I'm going to add is some carrots, because lots of good vitamin A in your carrots, really, really high in vitamin A, good for your eyes, good immune booster. So, and so is vitamin C, which is very important as well. Keep those germs, be able to fight off those germs. Okay, so we've got all of our ingredients here, and I told you I was going to cut the cucumber up with you, but I want to go over some knife safety. Okay, there's lots of different kinds of knives that you can use, and I want to go ahead and show you a few of those. Here I have a chef's knife, and this is about a 10-inch chef's knife. It's a pretty big chef's knife. I prefer to use a chef's knife when I'm cutting and dicing and slicing. I've done a lot of that over the years, so I'm very comfortable holding a larger knife like this. Now, for some of my smaller campers out there, a smaller chef's knife might work better for you, just because you've got smaller hands and you will probably feel more comfortable handling a knife like that. And the last knife I want to show you is a serrated knife, and it's about the size of a utility knife, but it's serrated. You guys see the little teeth in it? It's serrated, so whenever we're cutting anything up that has like a tougher skin, like these little tomatoes that I cut up, they were kind of tough, and a smooth bladed knife doesn't always slice through there as easily as a serrated knife does. So that's what these come in handy for, like tomatoes, apples, different things like that with a tougher skin. Okay, so I do want to mention, before I cut up any of these vegetables, I wash them all. And when I wash them, I just ran them under cold water. And I do like to rub them a little bit, so that way if there's any debris left on there, it's going to knock it off. And I'm going to go ahead and, I have not washed the cucumber, so I'm going to go ahead and wash our cucumber. Now the recipe called for 1 cup of cucumber, so we are not going to need this whole cucumber. This is a pretty large cucumber, and I have my 1 cup measurement right here. I'm going to set that up here so you can see it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the ends off of my cucumber. I do want to tell you one thing that they recommend whenever you're cutting any vegetable up, or anything up for that matter, fruit or vegetable, always make sure that when you are cutting it up, that you cut it in a way that you're going to have a flat side that you can put against your cutting board. You also want to make sure that your cutting board is secure. It's not going to be sliding around while you're cutting. That's very dangerous. And so I'm going to cut the ends off of this cucumber just because they're kind of tough. And the next thing I'm going to do, I'm actually going to slice this cucumber down long ways. And do you guys, I don't know if you guys can see it, but can you see that I'm kind of making a claw when I'm cutting? That's important, because when you make a claw, you're going to be able to control what it is, or you're going to be able to hold firmly what it is that you're cutting. But then you're also going to get your fingertips out of the way, so that way you don't nick the end of your fingertips. So I'm going to go ahead and slice this long cucumber in half like this. And then voila, looky here. I have 2 flat sides. See that? So I can just take my cucumber and I can lay it down like this. And then I've got a nice flat surface. And a flat surface is very important because it keeps your vegetable stable, so it's not rolling around on you. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'll just go ahead and slice. It actually says to dice, so I'm going to go ahead and dice. And did you notice the recipe says to peel the skin? I did not peel the skin. because vegetable skins are very healthy for us. They're high in fiber. They have a lot of nutrients in them. And I think it adds more color too. I know we're going to have some green zucchini in there, but it's going to add some more color overall. And so I did not peel it. So I'm going to leave it on there. It's not a tough skin cucumber. Sometimes the skin can be kind of tough, and I will slice some of that off of there. But in this case, this cucumber does not have one. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut down again. And then I'm going to start dicing so we have smaller pieces. And you guys see how I'm making my claw when I'm dicing? It's very important. Keep those fingertips out of the way. Okay, so I think I probably got pretty close to 1 cup. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the measuring cup. Also, when you're done cutting, make sure that you place your knife at the top of your cutting board, so that way you don't knock it off. I need just a little bit more, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut some more over there. This cucumber smells so good. It smells like summer, which it is summer, but cucumbers always remind me of summer. I hope you have some growing in your garden. Okay, so we got a cup of cucumber. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the pasta salad. And then I'm gonna add, so I'm gonna go ahead and move my cutting board and my knife over to the side here, so we can put all of our other beautiful ingredients together, and so that way you can see them too. Okay, move these over too. Okay, so we've got 1 cup of broccoli. We're gonna toss that in. We've got 1 cup of tomatoes. Gonna toss those in. Got half a cup of tomatoes, half a cup of carrots, half a cup of red onions. This is so easy. And we've got 1 cup of zucchini. Now look at that, my bowl is like really, really full. Okay, so I'm gonna try to stir this up and not make a huge mess. I'm just gonna try to stir up these vegetables. Just, oh wow, it's so pretty. And it smells amazing. Stir all that up. And like I said earlier, color is very important. Different colored vegetables give you different kinds of vitamins and minerals. So color is very important. A colorful plate is a healthy plate. And I did bring my plate with me. You guys see it back there? If you can see, the red and the green section on my plate is the fruits and vegetables, and they fill up half of our plate. So anytime we can add more vegetables to our plate, that's just healthier for us. Now I do want to share something with you. I went ahead and measured out our dressing, and the recipe called for 3 cups, or 3/4 a cup, 3/4 cup of dressing, I'm sorry. And I don't know about you guys, but I am not a huge dressing fan. I don't like too much dressing on my salad. If I don't mind a little bit, but if it's covered, if my salad is completely covered in dressing, I think it kind of makes my vegetables soggy, and I just don't really care for that. And so whenever I make any recipe that calls for dressing, I always add less at the beginning when I'm making the recipe, because if I add too much, I can't take it back. If I add too little, I can always add more. So I'm going to add just a little bit more here. So I have a half a cup instead of 3/4 a cup. And I've measured that out in a liquid measuring cup, and there's the line right there. I'll go ahead and pour that on. I will share something else with you I like to add to this, is if I have any fresh herbs in my garden, I like to toss those in too. And all we gotta do is just stir it up a little bit, and it smells amazing, and it's so pretty. And next time, I will definitely put it in a bigger bowl. My pasta fit fine in there, but when I added all those yummy vegetables, wasn't quite enough room. Okay, so check out that pasta salad. Isn't that beautiful? Wouldn't that look pretty sitting on a table at a picnic this summer? So campers, again, thank you so much for being with me today. I had a lot of fun making this recipe with you, and I would love for you to check out the other 2 videos with the recipes that we're going to be making later. Have a fabulous time this summer, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks.